Hi there and welcome back. It's Tania from Tatty Treasures. Hello, and I hope everybody's doing okay. It is the 8th of July today and it is 19 Celsius. It's a lovely sunny day. There's not a cloud in the sky. So this is part 3 of a lap book folio. No, it's not a lap book folio, it's the file folder folio. I suppose they're like lap books, aren't they? They're very similar. So this is part 3. So if you haven't caught the other two, there is a playlist which is the links in the description, and yeah, we're just going to continue where we left off. And I think I'm going to do this panel and then the fronts of this side are done, because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these two backs. Now, I could stencil them, I could stamp them, I could do a combination of both. I could leave them cream. The only thing with leaving them cream is, you know, they're not going to be mega strong. Same with if I stencil or stamp them. So I am kind of leaning towards maybe collaging them. Or I could even cut a paper and slide it in and stick it down, so there's something in the inside. That's an idea. And then maybe just do a little bit of something on the outside. So I'll give that some thought. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is do this panel. I did have a quick look at it before I flicked the camera on, and I think this one would be perfect. So we haven't got any picture ones on this side. Remember, as journals will be in there. I have sat and put 3 more pages in each of the journals, so there's now 15 pages, which is obviously 60 sides. So I've put another book page in, and another tea stained or coffee stained, I can't remember what it is, and another tea stained there. I don't know if I might separate those two, but I think sometimes it's nice to have, you know, if you've got something long to write, you might want 2 plain together. So that's what I've been sitting doing. It's like late afternoon now. I really don't know where the day has gone. I've been waiting for a delivery which said I'm going to go to there, which said it was going to be here. Oh, I don't know. And it's not turned up yet. And yeah, I've been like holding off. And the dog's barking now, so I'm now wondering, is it here? And it's something that I'm gonna have to do the rest with the tear roller because it won't fit under. Let me just put it on. So to do it about here. Lovely. Oops. Yeah, so it needs signing for, so I thought, oh, I'll put another few pages in the journal, and will this now go under? No, it's too big. Right, so let's use the tear ruler and just tear this off. And I thought as soon as I start filming, they'll probably turn up. So annoying. And even if things don't need like signing and stuff, I've got a metal like post box outside which fits quite big parcels in, and because you know I used to film every day and I used to order, you know, a lot of stuff, I had this big metal parcel box so I wouldn't keep getting disturbed. But for some reason a lot of the people who deliver it don't seem to see this big grey metal box. So yeah, there's no guarantee that you know, they won't knock on anyway. Oh, that just needs to be a little bit in, which is annoying because it's really difficult to do a small bit on here. I'm wondering if I could just I think I did it. That's better. And then I just need to just tear this bit down. Yep, there. Come on, that's it. Okay, that's fine. I just feel like I need to ink that bit. Okay, let's ink around there. So yes, I then just sat and looked at what, you know, is the next couple of papers I can use just to save a little bit of time, and that's it. Well, that's it, you know, that's all I've done in here. But I feel like I've been in here ages. But I have been listening to, well, half watching, listening. I found a new channel to watch last night. Oh, what's it called? Let me just flick my screen up. It's called Discover Connections. I mean, it's got over 1 million subscribers. I think they've got videos going back 5 years. And it's a group of, well, I suppose they're men, you know, they're in the 30s, but I want to call them lads. Just kind of doing challenges to get themselves out of their comfort zones, to have conversations with people. So they did one, I think it was travelling from one side of America to another, just hitchhiking. They went with no money, and they've got to get across America just on the kindness of people, you know, to kind of prove that you know, people are still kind, people do still care, etc. And yeah, they managed it. I think it took them, I don't know, about 2 weeks, but yeah, they, you know, got people to let them stay the night, feed them, give them money. But I mean, that was a long, I think that was a 2-hour video, and a lot of the videos are about 20 odd minutes long, and they're just short things like make a friend at a gas station and that kind of thing. Just, you know, trying to make random conversation. And I love things like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so them two are definitely going to be pockets. I've got some cream cards somewhere. Let's just drag that out, because I'm thinking that would, if I stuck that inside, that would you know, make it quite sturdy. Oops. Yeah, I think that'll work nice. Okay, well, we'll come back to that, because I might have to do some measuring for that. So that's that part. And then this one, I'm not going to have this as a pocket. I'm going to totally cover it, because I think that would be awkward. I could open the top up or the side up, but I'd rather put a pocket there and there. And I think if I use the inside as a pocket, with it only being small, and then a pocket and a pocket, I think it'd just be too small and dumpy, if that makes sense. So let's let's get the length first. Yeah, so I've been watching quite a few of their videos, and I think that's where the time's gone. But they're a really nice group of lads. I think a couple of them are American, and I think they all live in America, but one's Canadian and one's Australian. And yeah, it's fun just to listen to the conversations of people that you know, are strangers. Because I'm that person who, you know, I'm at the bus stop, and I always strike up conversations with people, and I love those types of conversations. I think they're really good, and it's surprising sometimes, you know, what things you've got in common with somebody who you don't know, or, you know, what you learn from somebody. Yeah, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's called Discover Connection. So I think I'm going to be obsessing over them for the next couple of weeks and watching, you know, every single video they've done. But I did notice that they have been going for at least 5 years. So, yeah, might take me a while. Okay, that looks lovely, doesn't it? And let's open it up. Yeah, love that. So that's that one, and then oh yeah, that's that side, which I want to do the same with. Now this has obviously got this envelope, what I've stuck down for here, so when I do a collage I will, you know, cover that part. If I hadn't have wanted that, I could have slit it down there and tucked it in, you know, put some glue on it, tucked it in and glued it down carefully so it was still an open pocket. I hope that makes sense. I've just felt as if I just warbled then. So this one, I'm going to make it as a pocket, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, this is going to be really awkward, I'm just going to take that top off to open the envelope up like so. Yeah, so that's open. So I'm going to cover it. What am I going to cover it with? Oh, I've got some of that striped left. I don't like that striped against that. I mean, I could do it the same. That might be quite nice. Or I could put the music at the back of there. I do like the music against there. Let's do. The only thing is that's quite thin, and I feel if you're pushing something down, it could tear that. It would be better in a digital paper. I will have digital music paper somewhere, but I haven't got it to hand, so let's use this text one. So I'm just going to tear down here where it's plain. And take that top piece off. Okay. I've torn that a bit, but that's fine. Just mark it there. And that there. So if I... Oh, I'm going to have to do that again. These pencils are ridiculous. They pop in when you press down. Honestly, that's hard work. Right. Let's try and... Okay. Okay, so let's ink around there, and then I'm going to place the glue on the envelope, because if I cover the whole of this back, it will obviously seal the envelope up. So I'm going to use the fine tip glue to go around it. I'll have to come in from the edges because obviously the paper doesn't go to the edges, because I wanted that that look. Okay. Oh, and I'll need to put it here to seal it. Okay. Yep. So that is now a pocket, and I'm going to, oops, sorry if I'm moving the camera. Oh dear. I was just trying to get my, whatever this is called, a circle punch. That's I think that's about me done. Let's give it a touch of ink. So we've got a pocket there. Okie dokie. So that's both sides of that done. This one I'm going to keep as a pocket, and we'll obviously do whatever we're going to do. So I want to cover this part now. What are we going to cover it in? So we've got, I think I want another patterned one. I think that would be nice. So we've got this one, which if I do it patterned, it's going to be quite awkward because I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to end it there and keep that cream. So yeah, I'm going to use this one because it'll end about there, which is fine. Okay, I'm just going to go to the door. Right, you won't believe it. I've just gone to the door because the dog was barking and it was doing the kind of bark that somebody's definitely at the door kind of bark. And the bloke had just posted it through the posting box, and like I say, it was supposed to be you need a signature, which, you know, if I hadn't have been in and heard the door or what have you, you know, I'd have got a note through saying, unfortunately, we've not been able to deliver your item, which, you know, has happened on many occasions. And yeah, it's just posted it, and that's that. So all that, you know, waiting about this morning, well, all day. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully that's straight. Okay, and then mark it here. I wonder if all the pencils are like this. I've got another couple. I'll try it. Because if they aren't, then I'm just going to throw this one because it's driving me mad. I can probably do that way. Super. Right, that's fine. Okay, I shall give it ink round. Let me put the pin back in here. Yeah. Just some of these scraps. I'm keeping the, you know, bigger ones, but the little strips I'm not keeping. I've been bogged down with little strips before, and it's just not worth that. Very handy if you're doing, you know, side of page decorations and things, but yeah, you only need to save, you know, about 20 strips to make a load. Okay, that's that done all the way around. Let's have a look what that will look like. So I don't know if I've said in this video, this is yeah, like that. One of my kits, it's called Botanical Notes. There is a part 1 and a part 2. So it's you know, a large kit. available on my Etsy and my Patreon. If you purchase it from my Patreon shop, it's just sold as one kit, but due to file restrictions on Etsy, I have to do it as 2 listings. And then I've also made an ephemera kit with, you know, using these papers because I love them so much. It's definitely my favourite digital that I've created. And yeah, it's definitely me. You know, I would definitely buy, you know, notebooks and stationery and all kinds of stuff, wrapping paper and stuff in this. Lovely. So that is that one done. So we have got all those done, haven't we? It's now the insides that we need to work out. So I'm going to have to do some measuring, which, well, I don't, not measuring as you know it. I will just mark it. I'll just do it a fraction smaller, just so it fits in. Now I'm going to put my big trimmer at the side of me because it just takes my entire table up, which is no good because then I have to keep moving it on and off. And so let's see if we've got there. Lovely. And that pencil's better. I've thrown that other one away. Is it better? Might want to be a fraction smaller than that because obviously we don't want it to catch. So let's have a look what that looks like. So I think it would just catch. So just going to take the smallest bit off. Let's see. Ooh, I think it's warmed up, and as it's just me running to and from the door. Right, I'm going to round that corner for that, and I'm just going to ink this side. And I'm not going to cover the entire back in glue. I have learnt that, well, when you do that, you like this and it just gets a whole mess. Well, if it's going to completely cover it, all I really need to do is put glue across that bit, and then that means I can get my paper in and get it positioned and don't end up in a sticky old mess. So I'll run this down here. And pop that in here. Make sure it's right pushed in, and then I'll just rub that down. Lovely. Okay, we'll do this one and then we'll call it a day, and off screen I will do the same for this one and for this one. And when we come back next time, we'll do some collaging and decorating these backs. Yeah. Okay. So I will need, I'm going to keep all these bits of card because they will make pockets and belly buttons and things. I have obviously got kit ones, but you know, I might want some plain ones, so just mark that there. Okay, so that one fits lovely. This is a textured card. It's I think it's, is it Ranger card? Oh, I forget it's that long since I've bought any. I feel sure it's, anyway, it's very nice card. It's about 220 GSM, so it will, you know, really sturdy up those envelopes. And the whole, you know, file folder, which will be nice. Okay, let's make sure it's all the way pushed in, and then we'll rub that down. Okay, so that's those two done, and that feels lovely. And then once it's got a card in as well, I won't decorate these cards because there's not a lot of room in there. They will be just, you know, I'll probably collage them, but they're not going to have things stuck on them and stuff in these bigger pockets. You could always do that if you wanted. Oh, I quite like it like that. Yeah, I do like it like that. That is one of the reasons I do like file folders, for you know, that reason. You could obviously do that side if you wanted. Yeah, they're quite fun. Okay, so off screen I'm going to do the same with that, and then tomorrow's video, like I say, we'll start, we'll at least decorate these two, and then I could do, or these two, and then I can do the other two off screen. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think I'll probably do some stamping across there and down there just to give it something, and I might do some stamping on these before I do some collage. Yeah, okay, I'm going. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm gonna just do those two, and then I will be filming tomorrow's you know, straight after. So yeah, hope you're enjoying it so far, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.